Hello friends, today I am going to teach you the process of dematerialization. What is dematerialization? So this video will be very helpful for you if you are giving your attempt for December 21 and for your module 2. But before I start, I just want to give quick introduction of Unacademy. Unacademy and Yashash have joined hands together. They have already started a batch for December 2021 attempt for module 2 on August 2021. Now, once you download the Unacademy app, you will be getting knowledge from your top most educators, plus you will get the notes at one platform, and that too amended notes, plus you can see the video lectures, already recorded lectures n number of times. There is no restrictions on seeing the video lectures, plus you can get all the notes and everything, plus you can also give the practice mock test on Unacademy app. So what are you waiting for? Just download Unacademy app, use the code YASHASH for getting 10% discount. Acha, now let's start with the topic of dematerialization. Okay, before I do the process of dematerialization, you should know how many depositories are there in India. There are two depositories in India. One is NSDL and one is CDSL. NSDL is National Securities Depository Limited and CDSL is Central Depository Services Limited. So this slide just tell you about how many depositories are there. One is NSDL and one is CDSL. Obviously they are intermediaries, so they should be registered with SEBI and they should be incorporated under Companies Act because they are companies. Now I'll tell you what is the process of dematerialization, how dematerialization works, and what do you mean by dematerialization. Dematerialization means converting physical form of the shares into electronic form. Nowadays you have heard guys that there is no physical form of the shares. Nowadays everything is electronical, and SEBI also mandated for the listed companies that you should keep the shares in a demat form if you want to transfer the shares. Okay, so obviously for transferring of the shares you require a demat form, so you should know what is the process of dematerialization, and this is very important from an exam point of view. Chalo, now let's start. First you should know there are two depository in India, that is one is NSDL and one is CDSL. Compare these depositories with your bank ka HO, right, head office. Now think and answer that if you are comparing it with bank ka HO, right, so obviously whenever you want to open an account you will never go to HO, you will never go to head office, you will go to the branches. Same way, if you want to open a demat account you will never ever go to NSDL or CDSL, that is depository, you will go to depository participant. So depository participant, I can say, is an agent of depository. Okay, so let's start. There are two depositories in India. One is NSDL and CDSL. Second is obviously below that is considered as depository participant. Ma'am, who can be a depository participant? As per SEBI guidelines, any brokers, any banks, any custodian can be a depository participant. Ma'am, can you give the example of depository participant? Obviously, angel broker you can say. You can say IIFL, India Infoline, or you can say Sher Khan, or you can say HDFC Bank, or you can say ICICI Bank. This all are examples of depository participant. So if you want to open a demat account, you will never ever go to NSDL and CDSL, that is depository. You will simply go to depository participant. Now see this, what I have written. According to the SEBI guidelines, financial institutions like banks, custodians, stockbrokers can become the participant in the depository, matlab they can act as a depository participant. Okay, now you understood that up head office, like a head office of a bank, is depository, and obviously branches, that is called depository participant. So I can say that depository is a principal, whereas depository participants are the agent of depository. And if an investors want to open a demat account, they need to go to depository participant. Okay, ma'am. We understood that. Now let's go further. Suppose we take an example of Akshay. Okay. Now what Akshay is having? But Akshay is having a share certificate. Okay. Now if Akshay is having a physical share certificate, one sec. If Akshay is having a physical share certificate, 101% his name would appear in the register of member of the company because he has a physical share certificate. So obviously the name of the shareholder, here it will come Akshay. Okay, number of shares, how many shares he are holding, that suppose he is holding 100 shares, and obviously distinctive number will come. See, when you are holding a physical share certificate, obviously every share will have a distinctive number. Distinctive means a different number. Okay, suppose Akshay has from 1 से लेके 100 तक का series. Okay, so they will write here, and obviously there will be share certificate number, suppose 1 2 3, that share certificate number, everything done. Now Akshay thought that I want to convert this physical shares into demat form, yani electronic form. That process is known as dematerialization. Understood? So obviously this Akshay will go to depository participant. They will open a demat account. He will open a demat account and he will fill up one form called DRF form, that is dematerialization request form. Understood? Now when he fill up the dematerialization request form, along with that form he will attach this share certificate. Okay, ma'am. Okay, attach. This will be given to depository participant and depository participant will give to NSDL. Okay, now what NSDL will do? Sorry, NSDL will forward this application to company. Okay, now what company? Company got the form plus company got the share certificate. Okay, now what is the share certificate number? 1 2 3, and what is the series? 1 से लेके 100 तक का, and 100 shares are mentioned over here. Now what will happen to this share certificate? Okay, obviously they want to convert it into electronic form. So what will happen? They will cut the name of Akshay Kumar from the register of member. They will cut the name of Akshay, okay, from the register of member, and instead of him, obviously they will put the name of depository. They will enter the name of depository, and obviously once he cancels the name, he cancels the share certificate also. So even the share certificate is also cancelled along with the name of the shareholder. And instead of shareholders, obviously whose name is being entered, that is depository ka name. And obviously number of shares will remain same, that is 100. There will be no share certificate number, nothing will be there. There will be no distinctive number, because once it has been converted into electronic form, there is no concept of distinctive number. There is no distinctive number. See, it's like a currency note, right? So whenever you have a physical currency note, there will be the number on the physical. So distinctive number will be there on the currency note, 1 2 3 4 5 6. There will be a distinctive number of the currency number, right, if it is in physical form. But once you deposit with the bank, obviously in the passbook they will write that you have deposited 100 rupees, you have deposited 500 rupees. They will never write the distinctive number. I hope you clear. I hope you are clear. So obviously यहाँ पे depository, when it is being converted into electronic form, there will be no distinctive number. Okay, ma'am, we understood. Again, I'll just repeat it 2 minutes. Akshay will go to depository participant. He will fill up the form that is called DRF form, that is dematerialization request form. Then he will attach a share certificate. Then he will give it to NSDL. NSDL will give it to company. Company will cancel the share certificate. Along with cancellation of share certificate, they will also remove the name of the investor, and instead of investor, they will keep the name of the depository. They will enter the name of depository. Done. So ma'am, where Akshay names will appear? Obviously NSDL will also maintain a register. So NSDL will maintain a register and his name will appear over here. So Akshay name will appear over here. Okay, done. Done. the process of dematerialization is completed. So this share certificate is being cancelled. I hope you understood how the process of dematerialization is being done. So dematerialization is simply converting a physical shares into electronic form. Now wait for my next video. I will teach you the rematerialization, matlab converting electronic shares into a physical form. Okay, so meet you in next video. Thank you very much.